YouTube and welcome to another video and welcome to my channel, The Art of Perfumery. Today I'm going to bring you the review of one of my favorite winter scents of all times. Today I bring you the review of Spicebomb Extreme that comes in this beautiful presentation. As you can see, the bottle is actually very similar to the bottle of the original Spicebomb. But I actually prefer this bottle here because I really enjoy kind of darker colors in bottles. And the bottle actually speaks for itself because this is a darker, creamier and also way more striking scent compared to this one. As I said, the bottles are very beautiful, very clever design, they're very well built, but I think which one is the nicest goes to your personal taste. But like I said, I'm a big fan of dark bottles, so that's why I'm gonna give that to the Spicebomb Extreme. If you didn't watch it yet, I recommend you to watch my review of the traditional Spicebomb. I already reviewed this fragrance because now I'm going to compare them two fragrances and I'm going to tell you which one I like better and why. Now let's go to the notes of Spicebomb Extreme, and like I said, I already reviewed the traditional Spicebomb, so let's go to the notes of the Spicebomb Extreme. So the notes of the Spicebomb Extreme are vanilla, tobacco, black pepper and lavender. Now I'm gonna spray the fragrance. It's good so you can keep an eye on the distribution to see how does it work. Let's see. Okay, as you can see, it works very well. There's a good bit of juices, a nice cloud, very good distribution, okay? Very, very nice indeed. You have to try the opening of Spicebomb Extreme for yourself. This is one of the nicest openings ever in fragrances. And one of the main differences between the two fragrances already starts in the opening. I get a lot of differences in its opening because Spicebomb, the original version, is fresher, is fruitier, is sharper due to some citrus notes that I have on this fragrance. So this one is more invigorating. Spicebomb Extreme, on the other hand, it opens denser, darker, it opens more full-bodied compared to the original version. The only kind of fresh vibe that I get on the Spicebomb Extreme is some floral freshness that comes from the lavender, but nothing compared to what the grapefruit and the bergamot bring to this composition, the traditional version. So the opening of the traditional Spicebomb is way fresher than the extreme version. This is one difference already. Spicebomb Extreme, it opens very peppery. I get a lot of pepper in this opening, and a few seconds later the tobacco and the vanilla comes to the surface on this fragrance, enjoying this black pepper. So that's a very spicy scent indeed, hence the name Spicebomb Extreme. This is another huge difference between the fragrances. I get more pepper on this fragrance and also I get a lot of vanilla on this fragrance, on the extreme version. So as you saw on the review of the traditional version, when I was reviewing this fragrance, I said that this fragrance will get creamier and I get a bit of vanilla, but that will happen way deep in the dry down. While on the extreme version, right off the bat, I get a huge dose of vanilla, and this vanilla will bring some creaminess to the composition. So I get this creamy, thick, sweet vanilla right after I apply this fragrance, which I don't get on the original version. So when you compare them two fragrances side by side, the huge amount of vanilla on the extreme version will make this fragrance way more vanillic, creamier, denser, darker and also sweeter. So when I smell the traditional Spicebomb, I have the traditional Spicebomb on my right hand, and I'm smelling it and I'm still getting the citrus on the original version. I'm still getting this fresh, this fruity vibe, that invigorating vibe that comes from the grapefruit and also the bergamot. In the other hand, the Spicebomb Extreme, if I smell it now, I get no citrus at all. It's definitely a heavier, a darker, and also more striking scent comparing to the original Spicebomb. This is one of the main differences. This is definitely a richer, a more full body scent. And another huge difference between the two fragrances would be the amount of tobacco and the addition of cumin that I get on this version. I definitely get more tobacco on the extreme version, and I also get a lot of cumin. I know cumin is not listed as a note. If you go to Fragrantica, you won't find cumin on this composition, but I get a huge dose of cumin on this composition, and also the tobacco that I get on the Spicebomb Extreme is heavier and is also more evident. I get way more tobacco on this composition. And the tobacco on the Spicebomb Extreme, it feels like a roasted tobacco. It feels like a burnt tobacco compared to this one. So this is what I like the most on the Extreme version. If you watch my review on the Spicebomb, the traditional one, I said that I got hooked by this fragrance due to the combination of tobacco, saffron and cinnamon. On this version, I get hooked because of the combination of tobacco, vanilla and cumin. Man, this combination, tobacco, vanilla and cumin, is addictive. And this is what I get the most on the dry down of the Spicebomb Extreme. Here go my thoughts about Spicebomb Extreme compared to the original Spicebomb. To me, Spicebomb Extreme is definitely another level of a Spicebomb. Spicebomb Extreme to me is Spicebomb on steroids. Why? Because here I have this creamy, this gourmandish and sweet vanilla mixed with this roast tobacco and cumin. And like I said, I enjoy the cumin on this fragrance because to me the cumin enhances this harshness of this tobacco, and it's really nice. It brings more like a burnt vibe to this composition. When I compare them two fragrances side by side, I literally feel like Spicebomb Extreme is a Spicebomb after spending some time in the oven, after roasting and almost burning. I get this burnt vibe of this tobacco and cumin that to me it makes a difference on this composition, and that vibe mixed with this creamy vanilla is absolutely to die for. As it goes deeper in the dry down, this fragrance is gonna get even creamier. The vanilla jumps to the surface, the vanilla, this roasted tobacco and this cumin. And I also get a few non-listed notes as well that I get on this fragrance. There's also a lot of notes now that to me they're not listed. I get a good bit of cinnamon on this composition that I find on the original version. I get a bit of resins as well. This is way more resinous compared to this version. As the fragrance goes to the dry down and gets creamier, it will also get more resins as well. And on the dry down I get an explosion of vanilla, tobacco, cumin, resins and a lot of spices. And finally, Spicebomb Extreme ends its life with this sweet, creamy, with this creamy vanilla with hints of tobacco, spices and also resins. Okay. This was my review. Now I'm gonna bring a quick comparison to make it very simple, very easy for you to understand what are the main differences between the two fragrances. Okay, let's summarize everything I said in a very easy, in a very simple way so everybody can understand. Spicebomb Extreme is heavier, it's denser, it's darker, it's creamier, and it's also sweeter. Most of that because I get way more vanilla in this fragrance. I also get way more tobacco in this fragrance compared to the regular version, and also the tobacco in this composition is a heavier tobacco. All of that because I get this combination of tobacco and cumin. The cumin makes this tobacco even darker. It really makes this tobacco feel like it was roasted, it was burnt in the oven. This is sweeter, is louder, and it's also more striking. Even the juice in this composition is denser. When I was testing them two fragrances side by side, I could observe that the juice on the Extreme version is actually a denser, more oily. So definitely this fragrance is more concentrated compared to this fragrance. It's definitely a stronger version. So now we go to the question, which one is the best fragrance? I think that goes down to your personal preferences, as the original version is actually way more versatile compared to this version. As I said in my review, I can wear this fragrance from spring up to winter. This is definitely a fall-winter scent. It's actually more suited for winter because it's that heavy, it's that striking. So to my nose, Spicebomb Extreme is a better fragrance. It smells better because it's creamier, it's darker. To me, it grabs way more attention than this fragrance. This is more exciting. This makes my heart beat faster. To me, this fragrance is a perfect 10 out of 10. It's on the same level as a Tom Ford Noir Extreme, which the two fragrances bear a lot of similarities. To me, this fragrance is an improved Spicebomb. To me, this fragrance is Spicebomb on steroids. Okay, this was my review. Let's go now to the ratings of Spicebomb Extreme. We are now down to my quick ratings for Spicebomb Extreme. We always start with the presentation. So I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 for this presentation because the bottle has a very clever design, and on top of that, it is a very well built bottle. We go now for seasons. What is the best season to wear this scent? This is a very strong and sweet and creamy scent, so definitely fall and winter. Don't wear this on a very hot summer day because this is definitely going to suffocate you and people around you. This is that strong. We go now for occasions. What is the best occasion to wear Spicebomb Extreme? This scent, to me, it has a very playful, very casual smell. So I wouldn't wear this in a very formal scenario because this smells very casual to me. This is perfect for night outs. I think this is the best scenario. Night outs, clubbing, because this is loud, this is unique, it smells so good. It's definitely gonna put you under a spotlight. It's a really nice scent for this kind of scenario. This is a perfect date scent as long as you don't overspray, because this has a very strong sex appeal. The spices and also this creamy gourmandish vanilla has a very strong sex appeal, so perfect for dating as well. This kind of scenarios, night outs, going out with friends, pubs, bars, restaurants, clubs, perfect for this scenario. We go now for performance. How does this thing perform? The projection is actually 3 hours on my skin, and the longevity goes up to 13, 14, even 16 hours on my skin. So the performance on this thing is actually better than the original version. We go now for smell. What is my note for smell? I'm gonna give you, as I said before, a perfect 10 out of 10 scent because this smells that good. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one, for more comparisons. And please don't forget that I am Mark Lacerda, and I see you in the next video.